Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So we all know it's been a very rough week for Hasan Piker and his orbiters, but what we're going to see in this video is something new, and that is a desperate effort to collaborate with politicians where Hasan is publicly groveling at the feet of politicians for a potential collaboration on his Twitch stream. And not only is he being ignored by these targets he is trying to collaborate with, he's getting absolutely roasted by everyone on the internet. Now, before he should start worrying about collaborations with politicians, he should be worrying about a collaboration with reality, because right now he's facing a lot of backlash for his most recent controversy, where he seemingly encouraged his viewers to find more creative and effective ways to commit acts of terror, comments of which a councilwoman from New York City pointed out, among other statements he has made over the years, where Hasan said be on the lookout for a defamation lawsuit, while, of course, directing these comments at this councilwoman. Now, Legal Mindset had some things to say about this on Twitter, and despite the defamatory claims by Hasan claiming he is not an actual lawyer or attorney, that doesn't make him not one. He is a lawyer and a licensed attorney to practice the law. He said that, well, Hasan's not going to win this, but he would eventually come out with a video today giving a brief rundown. We're going to look at the sort of conclusion as to the prospects of this potential defamation suit. And guess what? It looks absolutely for Hasan, who's not only crying defamation, but also racism.
Those are his statements. Those are not other people's statements. Those are statements that he clearly made based on the clips that are available. And they're both public figures. So he's going to have to prove that she was maliciously wrong, not just something that was absent-mindedly or perhaps leaving out a little bit of context, but something that's maliciously false. And that brings me to the judgment. Hasan Piker clearly made a statement promoting drone warfare and terrorist attacks. There's no getting around that. That's pretty clear. And this is a person who does have those known associations with terrorists. As Vicky Paladino mentioned, the Luffy, the Houthi pirate guy who was brought on the channel, that guy and others that he's promoted as part of his channel that have those associations. So it's reasonable to believe that somebody with terrorist leanings or terrorist associations might be watching his streams, watching his live streams, and taking that to note and taking some sort of action on. Hasan's subjective opinion that someone is racist does not entitle him to any type of relief in any claim, much less defamation. And so overall, Hasan has almost no chance of victory here, given his self-statements and his past associations.
By the way, absolutely diabolical thumbnail from Legal Mindset here. Really captures the essence of Hasan Piker right now. But yeah, what he's trying to threaten this councilwoman with is ridiculous. He is the king of defamation. He does it to everyone who criticizes him, and now he's trying to threaten that to someone for what? Simply stating the things he's doing live on Twitch and on Twitter? Yeah, very interesting. That's not going to work out well for him. But like I said, this is a collaboration with reality presented by Legal Mindset and the reality of his potential defamation suit. But he's also trying to collaborate with the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, someone who he had positive things to say about back in 2021, but now he's making quotes like this saying, "We used to be so close, and now you won't even come on my stream," adding him directly. You can see Hasan posting his memories of this letter and care package with his black painted nails. Very stunning and brave from him. And he has been trying very hard recently to get this collaboration with Gavin Newsom. And, well, he's being ignored. And I think that's even funnier than being rejected. You know, as much as Hasan wants to slap a press label onto his chest and go into protests and things like that and act like he's some real political pundit, the real politicians want nothing to do with him. In fact, the ones who end up doing something with him eventually disavow him because they find out about his absolutely crazy statements. But Hasan wasn't satisfied. He's getting aired by Gavin on social media, so he took to his Twitch stream to make a desperate attempt to collaborate.
I know you and I, Big Gav, listen, Big Gavy Gav. I'm talking to you and you only. Everybody else tune out. Everybody else tune out of the broadcast. This is just between me and Big Gav. Gruesome. Governor Gavin Newsom. It's just you and me right now, baby. Listen to my voice. You want to make this pivot to the left? You know where to come. Okay? You know where to come.
I'm going to come.
Come to me, Gavin. Come to me. Let's have a conversation. I am sincerely interested in seeing what you're about. You've been my governor for as long as I can remember. I've paid a lot of taxes in this fucking state, okay? I make a good amount of money here. I'm asking you not just as a tax-paying citizen, but as someone who wants to really understand where you're coming from. Now that you are pivoting as a radical visionary, singing the praises of Yahya Sinwar, I need to hear from you. Gavin, come to the broadcast. You just did the Adam Friedland show. Many people call that the Millennial Bill Maher. Come on, the Millennial Jon Stewart.
First of all, a grown man calling another grown man Big Gavy Gav. As pointed out in this response, it's not even June yet, Hasan. Take it easy, brother, but let's keep scrolling through some reactions to that clip. The relevance, desperation, dies from cringe. I'm not sure why anyone would be upset about this, to be honest. Half of the Democratic Party wants to hear this conversation happen, and the other half has said they will vote blue no matter who, so it's all good, right? I love that there is a comment that's supporting this collaboration idea, and it has 2,500 views, 0 likes, and 11 comments roasting them. 2,500 people scrolled past this reply without liking it. That is almost impressive. Here's some more replies saying, can't figure out if he's a lol cow or actually a horror cow due to his net negativity to society. Big Gavy Gav. Yeah, that is diabolical, ladies and gentlemen. But people were quick to point out that literally in February, Hasan was attacking anyone trying to support Gavin Newsom, even claiming that he uses marginalized people as a cudgel. And Gavin threw trans people under the bus. And he got noted for this, by the way, where it said Gavin Newsom did in fact pass numerous pro-trans bills as governor of California. While he did veto 2 bills, he has signed off on more bills than he has vetoed. So Hasan is picking a fight over a topic, a 90-10 type subject, and getting it wrong, of course, and just kind of making everybody angry. But here's some more replies saying, why would he go on a stream that had a terrorist manifesto read out loud and you had to switch your chat to emoji only so there wasn't a bunch of quote-unquote based chatters? That's one way of begging, LOL, and you call other people bootlickers, LOL. I wonder why, with of course his comments about wanting his audience to end sitting Senator Rick Scott's. And then people warning Gavin Newsom, do not go on his stream. He is a terrorist and a cancer to the United States/Democrat Party. He wants to destroy the Democrat Party and replace it with fascist communist party akin to what Trump is doing right now. At the governor, this guy said he would vote third party if you are the Democrat nominee. He also supports terrorists and shocked his dog on stream. And it just goes on and on. You can see people even bringing in free Kaya. Okay, then people just straight up saying, stay away from our party. They don't even want Hasan associated with the left anymore. They want him away. He is literally a detriment to his own side. That is something that, as you can see, is a well-supported claim. 5,000 people agreeing with what this person is saying. But Hasan is just absolutely gone off the deep end. I mean, why would Gavin Newsom want to collaborate with a guy who thinks the latest mass shooting in the United States was a psyop? This is what he's heavily implying. I mean, not only did he wear or at least own the same shirt that the attacker wore during this spree, he's now going after anyone who is going against the Iranian regime, even calling some Iranian Kurdish individuals spiritually MAGA, which is absolutely a crazy thing to say. And people are not really too happy about that, saying, F you, actually, I used to watch you and genuinely thought you were better than many, but of course I was wrong. You haven't said anything about Kurdish oppression or what we go through, especially by your own effing people. You keep saying it's too complicated to speak on, but. And then, of course, you see this comment about his trip to China where he seemed to ignore the genocide going on there. But of course, you know, anything for the guy who literally soy faces over receiving a copy of the Little Red Book. I mean, of course, he has to bootlick the Chinese regime, just like he's making any excuse for the Iranian regime currently. But he talks about different groups being spiritually MAGA. Well, he's spiritually Sneeko these days, which is insane because one of the people who agrees with Hasan that the attack, YouTube does not like that word, by the way. He also believes it's a false flag, that it's a conspiracy, that's a psyop, that this was staged somehow by the government. I mean, right now, Sneeko and Hasan are politically and spiritually linked in these endeavors. I mean, imagine Hasan and Sneeko basically coming together and having the same opinion on most things these days. Absolutely insane. I mean, maybe next time they hang out, who knows, maybe Sneeko will show Hasan his favorite film, Cuties. Yes, that really happened. Sneeko came out and said that was his new favorite film a few years back. And if you're not familiar with what Cuties is, it was a Netflix film that was starring real child actors who were exploited because the film, if you want to even call it a film, was about a twerking competition involving children. And not only were the child actors who were featured in the film exploited, but hundreds of children in the audition process were also exploited. And I guess to Sneeko, that was his new favorite film at the time. That's the guy right now who is pretty ideologically linked with Hasan and agrees on a lot of things with Hasan these days. Go figure, right? But just like Hasan, his attempts to speak on the behalf of Iranians is being absolutely bodied by, Iranians, the people being most affected by what's going on right now. This individual saying, I'm an Iranian YouTuber. Shut up. We're not celebrating our country getting bombed. We're celebrating the death of a dictator and the end of a regime that game-ended, R-worded, tortured, and hanged us for 47 years. You don't get to lecture Iranians on how to feel about our own executioners. Save your sanctimonious crap. Where the F were you when your beloved idol massacred 35,000 people in less than 48 hours? Shut up. Shut the F up. And this tweet absolutely ratioed Sneeko into the shadow realm, as it should. Now, to add a little cherry on top of this video, it appears that Anissa has taken a break from humiliating her husband iDubbbz to weigh in on the collaboration potential of Hasan Piker. You know, the guy who just everyone should collaborate with because he's such a positive for anyone who even gets a whiff of this guy's aura.
Let's be honest, okay? Hasan specifically is getting a ton of, like, collabs with notable people. He was just on, like, Don Lemon or something on Don Lemon's podcast. He's meeting with, like, politicians after. This is after the Hasan shock, which, again, you have to admit is astroturf to shit. You know it's being botted to shit. You have to admit that, like, public perception, even though you, like, won in, like, how many times this thing was being liked artificially, it doesn't really... You know what I mean? Like, it didn't work.
Oh, geez, he's had collaborations before with Don Lemon. Oh, the same Don Lemon who's currently facing federal civil rights charges right now because he busted into a church among quote-unquote protesters trying to interrupt a service to, I don't know, virtue signal about the current thing. You mean that guy? That's the guy that Hasan gets to collaborate with? Fitting fitting to say the least. Thank you for your participation, Anissa. Once again, trying to help out Hasan and only making him look worse. You can see the comments. He was just on Don Lemon or something. This isn't the flex she thinks it is. Also, people just generally don't like when you hurt dogs. Shock collars are banned in many countries for a reason. Notice how it's always the adult stars and the most depraved people supporting him. Interesting. Was the expectation that nobody would ever associate with him again after shocking his dog? No, it's just funny that he will be labeled as an animal abuser as karmic justice for his career full of smearing people. And I think that is a great way to tie up this video, ladies and gentlemen. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.